So when it comes to hiring a financial advisor, you have three different types of relationships that you can choose from as a client. Doesn't matter how many startup companies and fintech companies are out there these days, whether it's the Betterment, the Robinhoods of the world, or the Schwabs or Fidelity, which are the old school discount brokerage firms, or the independents, like I find myself in that space. You have three different options on how you choose to work with a financial professional. I'm gonna break it down to you really quickly so that as you start thinking about who you might want to start interviewing and having meetings with, you can take this as a little roadmap to help guide where to focus your energy. So number one, the first one up, we are talking about, bear with me, it's my first time trying to draw. So we are talking about a space right here that I like to call the low fees. So this is the low fee advisor, and we're gonna make this color. Let's go with this color right here. And the reason why I'm making this color is these advisors, these types of firms, you place a trade with them. There's little to no cost associated with that. You're driving all the decisions, you're watching your investments, you're deciding how you're going to allocate your hard-earned money. They're just executing the trades. Think of it as McDonald's or your favorite restaurant. You go up to the counter, you tell them what they want, they prep it for you. Not much thought happens, they're just executing. And so there's a lot of different companies that have emerged this way. You've got Robinhood, you've got Betterment, you've got M1. There's a whole slew of companies that would be happy to let you download the app and set up an account and put $1 to work in any particular stock that you'd like. So that's low fee to no fee, and that's certainly option number one. Option number two is you're getting to the point where you've got some money and you don't trust the decisions that you can make. You're too busy. You could definitely go the no fee or the low fee route. But you know what? You've gotten to a point where got a lot of money accumulated. I want to make sure I'm doing the right things. And this is where you can hire an advisor to basically manage the assets. And what they do is they'll talk to you, they'll figure out what your risk tolerance is and how much money you're willing to lose at any given time. And they'll create a portfolio based on what you're looking to accomplish. You have to take in consideration tax efficiency, so you're not getting killed on taxes every year. You have to take in consideration your risk, and they'll basically manage that portfolio for you. And the old school way of doing this is you typically pay about 1.5% to as little as 0.3%, depending on how much money you're giving that advisor to manage those investments for you. Robinhood, Betterment, these other companies are starting to get into that space, but what they do is they've got automations and AIs and computers, and the computer has you take a test and they score you and they'll say, okay, we will do that work for you and we'll do it at 25 basis points. Don't pay an advisor 1.5% or 1% a year, 1.25%. We can do that for you at 0.25. But you have to remember, you don't have a human actually making those decisions for you. You've got a computer that had you take a little exam, put you into a bucket, a category, and said, okay, I don't know anything about that person, but here's how they scored. So we're going to put them into this type of portfolio, and we're going to allow the computers to decide when we should sell, when we should hold, and how often we should make changes. For some people, they might say, that's great. Some people might want some customization. So you'd be looking for someone who's just going to manage your investments. The third piece, and the piece that I enjoy the most, is what I call financial planning. So inside of this piece right here, the conversation shifts to strategies. Instead of just looking at the money, which has been the focus of this one and this one, we take a look at you as the individual. We take a look at what your aspirations are, what you're looking to accomplish over your lifetime, the things that you want to do, whether it's helping children, whether it's charitable contributions, or inclinations you might have, how old you want to be when you retire, the kind of cash flow where you want to live, all the human and economic values that go into creating a financial plan. We start with strategy first, and we carve out a blueprint that's going to give you the best chance of accomplishing the life that you want to create for yourself. Typically, this ranges most financial advisors out there that are with a lot of the bigger wirehouses, like the Merrill Lynch's and you know, the bigger firms out there that have been around for a while. What they want to do is they'll have you bring the assets over. They'll charge you 1 to 1.5%, and what they'll call themselves is wealth managers. They'll call themselves fiduciaries. And basically what they're doing is they're utilizing a financial planning approach to put you right back into managing your assets. I used to work at a big firm like that. The problem that I had is that if someone wanted to hire me, I'd first need them to move all their money over to me so that I can charge them a fee in order for me to get paid to actually help them do the things that they wanted to do. So the reason why I went independent and the reason why I've got the company structured the way we have it is so that if someone wants to come to us and begin with financial strategies, putting a financial plan in place, we've got a transparent, very clear investment that they make in order to do that is separate. No matter where they have the assets, they don't have to transfer any money to us. We charge them a financial planning fee, and we actually do a financial plan for them. We create that blueprint that's going to help guide them to be their compass for what they're looking to accomplish. Then they can take that plan and go anywhere they want. They can go back to their family member or their friend that they've known from college that can never leave, and they go with a roadmap that they could then try to implement with their friend. And it doesn't really matter to us. We got paid our financial planning fee. We got them the value that they needed so that they go out and execute, and then they could choose to do that. Some people decide to hire us for our financial planning skills, and then they decide to let us manage the assets for them in conjunction. So we've got very clear transparency pricing so that at each stage or at each level the client's looking to hire us, they have a very clear understanding of what the costs associated with that and what they can expect in terms of service. So this is it. These are the 3 different ways that you can work with a financial advisor. It doesn't matter who they are, what firm they clear from. You've got the place to trade for. I'm going to place the trade and do it all myself. You've got, I don't trust myself with that much money. I just want you to manage the assets. I don't want to talk about any planning or any goal setting, any of that stuff. It's not important to me. And then we've got full financial planning where we take a look at your whole picture. We look at what's important to you, the values, the mission, what you're trying to instill into your children, and build a roadmap. I hope this helps in your journey. I'm going to link in the bottom of this video. I actually created a questions to ask a financial advisor before you hire them. So we're gonna click that if you want the PDF, it's a downloadable. I would recommend that you ask the advisor every single question on there that you're considering hiring. Some people have a hard time with the questions, but here's the reality. If you're going to give your net worth, everything you've worked so hard to achieve and accomplish and gain to someone that you barely even know, ask them these difficult questions. Make sure that you're comfortable with their strategy, their approach to money, and how they're actually managing their own investments. You'd be shocked out there how many professionals who don't really have a good grasp on how they actually manage their own personal net worth. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.